We're here today to discuss the resolution of kids have too much screen time. We have a pro team and a con team. I'd like to begin with the introduction from the pro team, please.
Hello. Today we discuss why kids have too much screen time. That will be our point 1, Ralph will be point 2, Wuzheng will be point 3, Soyan will be point 4. Kai and Beth are rebuttal, and Yeju will be our closing. Please listen carefully to really properly understand their reasons and evidence. Thank you.
Thank you. Could we please have the introduction from the con team?
Today we will debate about why we don't have a lot of screen time. Kara will be our point 1, Kian is point 2, Hana will be point 3, Jenna will be point 4, Andrew and Alex will be rebuttal, and Rina will be conclusion. Please listen carefully and notice that we don't have a lot of screen time.
Thank you very much. Now we'll move on to the first point from the pro team, please.
Too much screen time can lead to sleep issues. According to babycenter.com, this happens when the light cafe screens may delay melatonin release, which makes it harder to fall asleep. A real-life story is that once on New Year's Eve, I watched too much YouTube and couldn't fall asleep until 3 a.m. in the morning.
Thank you. Do we have a rebuttal from the con team?
You say that being on a screen, watching YouTube or playing video games can affect your sleep. As that may be true, you shouldn't have too much. When you go to the point where you have too much screen time that you can't sleep, it's actually unhealthy for your body, and you shouldn't. Your parents, if your parents are responsible, then they shouldn't let you have that much. And also, since it's New Year's Eve, that could have something to do with the sugar.
Thank you. We'll move on now to point number 1 from the con team.
The first reason why kids don't have too much screen time is because of the communication. If parents allow the kids to use their screens, then they can contact their parents if needed. This is extremely useful in an emergency situation.
Thank you. Do we have a rebuttal from the pro team?
Yes. You said that having screen time is good. Enhances communication, but just as what AdAge said, AdAge.com said, the new revolution is physical, not digital. So you can maybe if it's too far away, yes, you can use the phone. But if it's nearby, you don't just chat. You can call the phone, but you can go there and meet them. And I also saw this advertisement of Chain of Command in National Geographic. It said one of the people inside the advertisement said that I want to see my daughter every day because she always says, "Is my hair braided? Do I smell good?" And that can only happen if I was there, not by photos or screens.
Okay, thank you. Could we move on to point number 2 from the pro team, please?
Kids have too much screen time because they can't focus on the educational stuff. So according to Mother and Baby website, it says that screen time is not just affecting their ability to learn, and it can affect their ability to process information. So an example is that when I watch too much YouTube and internet, after that I can't focus on my homework and I can't think as fast as before.
Okay, great. Is there a rebuttal from the con team?
So first thing, watching YouTube and just saying that watching YouTube and playing video games for some people is enjoyable. Just like for other people, playing sports and doing other things is enjoyable, and they're both enjoyable for different people. So you're saying that if you do sports and you like it, then you can't focus on your homework. And And second thing, that there's a lot of educational websites on the internet, such as IXL, RazKids, and Prezi. So those things, some people in our class spend up to like 14 hours a week on this website, like such as IXL. And just saying that you're going against screens, but where'd you get all your information? On screen.
Okay, thank you. Could we please have our point number 2 from the con team?
Screen time improves their confidence and time management. Parents.com said allowing kids to make their own choices, particularly during free time, improves their confidence and time management.
Okay, good, thank you. Is there a rebuttal from the pro team?
ABC News said that using phones or screen time can improve time management and confidence. But in a test in 48 hours by ABC News, kids actually did not even increase or even manage their own time. Younger kids actually didn't even sleep in that 48 hours. One kid only slept 2 hours, including eating, going to the bathroom, and everything. Only in 2 hours. And the rest is just screen time. 46 hours in total. And that means that screen time does not improve screen management. It does the opposite.
Okay, thank you. Could we have point number 3 from the pro team?
Kids having too much screen time by dopamine. Dopamine is responsible for transmitting signals in brain. According to Wikipedia, Google Dictionary, and Parents.com, dopamine functions as a neurotransmitter of chemical released by neurons. After kids watching full videos, advertisement photos, the dopamine goes really high, which it can also increase the screen times to kids.
Thank you for that. Do we have a rebuttal for that? Okay, I'll move over. Go ahead.
You say that screen time can cause a dopamine. Kids having a little bit of dopamine actually doesn't cause a big problem. And also, dopamine isn't like a drug. It's drug, but good drug.
Thank you. We'll move on to point number 3 from the con team.
So the third point is that kids and parents can actually make more real-life conversations with each other because of those screens, according to Sarah David in her TED Talk. And Forbes.com said that when parents and children are playing video games together, kids are actually internalizing important social skills.
Thank you. We're going to move on. Is there a rebuttal for that point? Okay, go ahead.
You said that screen time allows the kids and the parent to interact with each other, but according to Anne-Marie Gianni, physically interacting with each other without a screen is better because they get to do more physical stuff. It's better for their health. And with the screen, it can damage the baby's eyes if it moves too close, which is actually a habit, as how I spied on my niece when she was using the iPad. She was at least 2 inches from the screen, and she's only 3.
Okay, thank you. We'll have point number 4 from the pro team, please.
Okay. So, on the dopamine level, a healthy size would be, a normal size could be as big as this. And a bigger size and an unhealthy size of dopamine level, the holder will increase by 1/3 of the way. And it will take some space inside of the skull, which will be unhealthy. Which brings us to euphoria, euphoria is when you're way too happy on the computer. And it makes your brain function differently. And too much internet use develops unwanted reflexes. After 8 hours of straight Xbox, Carl dropped the sandwich and tried to pick it up with the X button. 10-year-old Layla tried to pick up the Coke can using the force. So internet addiction disorder is a bad addiction and has these symptoms: depression, dishonesty, euphoria, tardiness, isolation, addiction, work avoidance, agitation, mood swings, loneliness, fear, impatience, procrastination, headache, insomnia, which is hard to sleep at night, weight disorder, poor hygiene, neck pain, vision problems, and this information was from SciComm, Christina Grigori, who has a Doctor of Philosophy degree.
Thank you. Rebuttal for that? Okay.
You say that after 8 hours of Xbox, kids are a bit messed up. But normal parents and good parents would not be their to let their kids have that much time on the games. And there is something called internet restrictions.
Thank you. Point number 4 from the con team, please.
So apps and websites like iExcel, Newsela, and other apps and websites are educational and can teach kids many things, such as math, reading, science, etc. And nowadays, in this generation, it's very important for kids to use technology in their daily lives, because when they grow up, they would most likely use electronic devices to work. And also, a website, the website is called Quora, says that there are good quality games and apps that can teach kids both learning and playing at the same time.
Okay, thank you. Do you have a rebuttal from the con team?
Okay, when you said that educational apps and many other websites can help young kids enhance their ability in technology in the future. But I say, in Common Sense says, with lots of reviews from parents and kids, say that iExcel makes kids mad. It makes kids even more frustrated at the beginning. And it doesn't even teach kids anything, because their will is only to get through the lesson. And iExcel's terrible point system too. It even makes kids even more mad. And RazKids, a very popular reading website for kids, actually is okay because it's interactive. And if you're reading a book that's interactive, you won't really using your mind. And there won't be really good literature in the programs libraries. So kids only have the urge to read through them to get the points. And websites such as Newsela, the really young kids, such as 3 or 4 years old, wouldn't be reading Newsela, right? And if they did, they would be easily distracted by headlines at Newsela and more.
Okay, thank you. That's all of our points. Let's move on to the closings. Let's do the pro team closing first, please.
Screen time is beneficial for kids because it offers communication, improves confidence and time management. Parents can get involved in their children's activities, and it's educational for kids. We hope you listened and learned something new.
Great, thank you very much. Could we please have the closing for the con team?
Point 1, Taro claims that screen time can cause sleeping issues. Point 2, Knock says that too much screen time will not be able to make kids focus on educational work. Point 3, Ujang claims that screen time causes dopamine. Swan An says that too much screen time causes too much addiction. So finally, we think kids have too much screen time.
Okay, grade 5, good job. And a lot of things learned about screen time and children, both positive and negative. You guys did a really good job with researching and preparing and completing and participating in the debate. Good job.